All right, we're back here on the Satellite Camp Tour, now joined by Nebraska's newest member of the coaching staff, defensive line coach Tony Tuioti. I got that right, didn't I?
You did, man. You did an awesome job.
I'm trying to get you the I and the E.
There you go. Yeah, that's a little nugget. Eyes are E's, E's are eyes.
Now, you've been at Nebraska now a few months. It was kind of a quick transition for you and your family. How have you acclimated to kind of joining a new staff, a new conference? You were in the Big Ten before, obviously, but just kind of getting everything set up here in Nebraska.
It's been really easy. Coaching staff, they accepted me with open arms, so it's been an easy transition. And Coach Frost just wanted me to get in and start working with the guys. And I thought our guys did a good job this spring, picking up the scheme, the new techniques that I try to teach them, and they did a great job just pushing each other and trying to get as good as they can in the 15 practices that we had.
Was the depth and the talent even maybe better than you anticipated after you got a chance to have those guys during the spring on the defensive line?
Yeah, they're a lot bigger, they're a lot more athletic than the other places I've been at. But the thing I was really proud of them was just the way they came out and they worked each and every day to push themselves to be the best they can. So we need that type of output in order to get where we want to be at.
Yeah, when you look at Darien particularly, I mean, he's just as new as Nebraska as you are. I mean, what did he bring to your room as a graduate transfer that came in there right away?
Just the attitude of wanting to become as good as he can be. He's very demanding in terms of making sure that everybody does things the right way. And in our room, we just try to hold each other accountable and try to produce each and every play that we're out there and try to be effective and make plays and show up and be present. Those things are important, and we talk about that all the time in our room. And for him to come out and not only say it, but actually show it by example, that was big. So a lot of guys kind of saw that, and they want to be like that too as well. So it was great for us to have somebody like him. He makes such a big impact, not only with our defensive line group, but that's starting to spread out too with the whole defense as a whole.
And you'll bring in a pretty highly touted guy in Ty Robinson. Is Ty on campus yet?
Yeah, Ty's on campus now, and he's starting to get into the workouts with Coach Duvall and start getting some of the defensive line drills with the older guys. So it's an exciting time for a lot of those new guys, and when Newsome's in too as well, and so it's good to have the young guys in.
Were you familiar with Ty Robinson when you were at Cal?
Yeah, I was recruiting Ty. Ty was obviously one of the big recruits out west. So I know he had family ties here to Nebraska, and that was going to be hard to overcome, But, like I said, and he texted me and he said, Coach, you're following me here to Nebraska. So he made the right move.
And, the thing that's different about Nebraska is the national recruiting. But for you, you've kind of always been a guy that's recruited a lot of different regions. Has the recruiting adjustment for you at Nebraska been much? I know for some of these Central Florida guys, it was kind of an adjustment having to go national, but you've kind of been all over the country, it sounds like.
Yeah, even when I was in Hawaii, I recruited out at Florida, and I've gone all the way to Coffeyville, Kansas. So to me, it's anytime we can find a player that can help our program, try to go and, and the relationship's the biggest thing. Being at Michigan, obviously, that also helped me get around and try to recruit nationally. So Nebraska has a great brand, got great fans, and that just helps in the recruiting prospect and that.
Ken and I is a guy that came from Cal. I mean, as a grad transfer, what do you know about him? I mean, he's a guy that you've been around obviously before. What will he bring to the locker room as a new player from Cal?
Just playing experience, being more mature. He graduated last month, and he's really smart. He works really, really hard. He doesn't say much, but he leads by example. But just being at Cal, every third down I looked on the sideline, I said, man, please throw the ball to him, and he just finds a way to compete and bring the ball down, and he's come up with so many big time plays for us there at Cal, and I just hope he continues to do that for us this year.
And I saw you in Hawaii. You talk about Hawaii. You and Eric Chenander went out to Hawaii. You spent some time with Tonu Fonoti, and Dominic Ryle is out of Hawaii. There's been some great success there a long time ago. How do you get that back at Nebraska to maybe get some more Hawaii natives and guys from the islands over to Nebraska?
Just recruit them, and just being present and building that relationship with them there. I'll tell you what, we walk on campus there, and a lot of people still remember those names going out to Nebraska, and not only going there, but having great careers there at Nebraska. So we kind of use that to our advantage in trying to recruit them and educate them. But, a lot of kids already know in the islands that Nebraska is a big-time place. So we just got to get them on campus and continue to build a relationship. And, Coach Frost and Coach Chenander's got a great track record in Hawaii, having coached some of the best kids that have ever played there, and Marcus Mariota out of Oregon. And then, they had the Mackenzie Milton kid out there too as well. So, they know they take care of kids out there. And that's the biggest thing families are looking for is, are you going to be able to take care of my kids? And, and that's what the building's all about. It's about family first. So it's a great fit for kids to come out there and come see.
How many days were you and Chenander out in Hawaii this year for the spring period?
Together?
Yeah.
We were probably together maybe, I can't even count it, but about a good fair amount. Especially the last couple of weeks, I would say maybe about 6 days we were together.
So, that's one of those places when you recruit, you have to commit. The time to get out there, the time to get around. Is that part of the battle with knowing to want to recruit Hawaii or not? Is can you commit the time? Is it worth the time to go out there?
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the time. But, again, it's about the relationship. We're not just going to go out there just to go out there. There's got to be mutual interest on both sides. And there is. There's enough interest out there with a lot of kids that really want to come out and see what Nebraska's all about. And it's an exciting time. Everything's trending the right way for Nebraska football. And so, I think it's going to be exciting, and we'll be able to get some kids out of there.
You got the family all moved to Lincoln, is that right?
Yeah, families all moved out to Lincoln. So I'm just glad they're finally out here and enjoying Lincoln and being a part of the whole process. And we're very grateful to be in Nebraska and be a part of the program. And, just sky's the limit. We just want to work hard. And, my kids want to already start seeing what their school is going to be like. So it's a fun time for us to be back for them to be in Lincoln now.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot for the time here at the Satellite Camps. Look forward to seeing you back in Lincoln.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right. Much more to come here. Thanks.